Hey guys, it's me, Dank Douglas. In this video, I kicked off development for my new PS1 style game in Unity. The new game I'm making is a first-person shooter game with survival horror aspects and aesthetics from the PS1. Anyways, let's get into it. The game will take place in an abandoned top-secret complex made by the government to create and research advanced technology. Inside are a network of interconnected labs and sectors that will make up most of all the levels and chapters of the game. Yeah, the place will be very radioactive and superstructurally deteriorated. It's going to be super dangerous. You play as an individual who is infiltrating the place in search of something inside. Also guys, please make sure to smash the like button because it really helps the video perform well with the algorithm. I want the gameplay to feel similar to like a Resident Evil game, like Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 7, but I'm not really too sure. The goal of each level will be to make your way to the sector's core and disable it. Then you have to make your way back to the entrance. The catch is being that when you disable the core, all the lights will be permanently turned off, making it very difficult to safely navigate and deal with enemies. First off, I started up Unity and I created the project. And then I set up a bunch of simple objects so I could start making like a prototype of the movement and a bunch of the player features. For the player's movement, I kind of just based it on the Quake engine type movement, and then I added sprinting and crouching. The player should only be able to sprint when they're facing forward, so they can't face their enemy and run at the same time. Next, I added a player stamina bar and a bar for health and ammo. Next up, I coded the gun, which is basically a little script that instantiates a projectile that uses a script to detect when it enters a trigger with the enemy tag. It also has like values for the magazine size and the max ammo that the player has. Next up, I just blocked out a pretty simple test level so that way I could just test the gameplay feel and how the levels flow. And I just basically blocked everything out using all the transform tools in Unity. Now it's time to add an enemy so it can actually damage something. So basically all the enemy does is it's just using a nav mesh agent to move towards the player after the player comes into like a certain radius around it. So that's how it like spots the player. And then I added scripts so that way the enemy will get destroyed when its health is 0. Now for creating the core, I just needed the player to have to disable the core before they can finish the mission and load the next level. And when they disable the core, all the lights will be disabled and all the doors too. It kind of took me like forever to get the scripts to work, but it was really rewarding when it eventually happened. What I'm going to be working on next for the game is just like designing the game's models in Blender, making those look real cool. I'm going to make animations for the gun. I also want to like design monsters and maybe more characters. Also, moving forward in this series, I want to be able to add more of your guys' suggestions in every episode, so I guess if you want to, you can send me any drawings, ideas, or concepts you have, and I can put them in each episode. So, yeah, for this I set up a dedicated email, dankdouglassubmissions@gmail.com. Now, to wrap up, I first really want to thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have been giving me in all my other videos. I'm really trying to grow my channel this year, and I think we could hit 500 subscribers by the end of 2024. And I guess leave any suggestions you guys have in the comments, and stay subscribed if you're interested in staying updated in the progress. So, see you guys later, and I'll see you in the next episode.